Can y'all hear me? I don't think y'all can hear me, huh? Mm-mm. Can y'all hear me? Mm-mm. I'm not hearing anything. Testing, testing, one. Testing, testing. I ain't hearing nothing. Interesting. Let's see here. Zoom still. Quit that. Quit that. Oh no. We can hear you, big bro. Yeah, I can't hear nothing. Nothing. Can y'all hear me though? Y'all can hear me? Now we have an echo. It's weird. Hold on one sec, y'all. Now we should be good. Yeah, there we go. Cool. I think y'all should hear me now. I can hear myself. I think everything is good. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. Yeah, I don't know how I got switched around from the Zoom meeting last night. I don't know what I did. Oh, I know what I did. I was using my media. I was using my monitors versus my ear monitors. So, but I know y'all can hear me now, so we should be in there. We all good. I just plugged it into the wrong slot. That's all right. Cool. I'm glad we all in here. Let's go. T. Pruitt, good morning. Earth Boy Forever, good morning. Blunt Machete, happy Friday. Sister Sneehall, good morning. V. Brewer, good morning. C. Moody, good morning. Regina, good morning. Jerry Jack, a.k.a. Mr. Payout, good morning. Sin, good morning. Bodovan, happy Friday. Miss Tiffany, good morning. Hey, I responded back to you, Miss Tiffany. I saw that. That was fire. I can't wait to see the end result. That's going to be awesome. That's really cool. Man, that's a trip. And then you get a chance to see it like from the ground level to, I'm sure you've been taking your pictures and keeping your little timestamps. That's pretty awesome. I love it. Todd, good morning. Jojo World, good morning. Chalk, good morning. Mr. Cologne, happy Friday. Ruth, welcome. Good morning. Regina Beck, good morning. Let me send this last one out. All right, cool. Loud and clear, sir. He said we can hear you. I couldn't hear myself. That's what it was. Let's see here. Yeah, you're right. Moves like you just can't hear you. Ezra, yap. Now we have echo. Cool. I'm glad we got it. We got it worked out. Laser focused mind. Happy Friday. Earth Boy Fever said happy Friday as well. Mystic Flame. Top of the morning, families. Now it's echoing. You have crazy reverb. Now you spoil the connection. You are not reading the comments. I can hear you with That's what's up. We got it together. Let's see here. Sounds like we can hear your thoughts. Ooh, that's amazing. We hear you sound like I have. That's what's up. DJ Trans on the ones and twos. Right. Larry International. Perfect. Plum Machete said we good. Yes, it's good now. It's good now. There you go. Check 1 2. Check. Turned to everything was good until you made a switch or something. Now it's echoing. So yeah, you back. Got you. Sister Sneehall said hit that like button. Markayla, good morning. Morbid Drifter, good morning. Karate 357, Grand Risings. Paula, happy Friday. Almost popped my eardrums on that one. I didn't get my... I guess y'all heard it. I didn't. That's what's up. Let's see here. Boom. All right, cool. Send the most important out, bro. Oh, okay, yeah, I got you. Let me do it real quick. Where's she at? Where this little disgusting child at? Just disgusting. Man, I ain't never met somebody so disgusting ain't no more in my life. Man, jeez. I'm telling you, V Brewer, she be waiting on it. Telly, good morning. She be waiting on it now. She's like, I'm not about to even come. I want him to cuss me out, and then I'll show up. I'm telling you, V. I'm telling you, I see a pattern. Now I sent it out, so we gonna count. So I sent it out, so we gonna see. All right, cool. Let's go ahead and move to news. Let me get my screen share on. My screen share on. All right. And bam. All right. So today we just have orange folder and C-Dub. We just have orange folder. We have consumer sentiment and inflation expectations. I know. I'm telling you. That's why she do it on. I'm seeing a pattern. She's starting. It's purposely done now. She's waiting. She's sitting back. She's probably like, checking her DMs, and then soon as she see that tornado of cuss words come through, then she like, oh, I'm here. I was getting there. The one Thomasina, good morning, everyone. Absolutely, good morning to you as well. All right, cool. So, like I said, all we have is just orange folder at 7. So we're gonna be mindful of that. I'm sure y'all already see what the daily bias is. I think it's kind of easy to tell, right? We'll go over it real quick. We got a few minutes. So market open here, of course. That's 3 p.m. Remember, I'm on anyone that's new to the stream. I'm on Pacific Standard Time. So adjust your time accordingly. All right. So that means, of course, market opened at 6. All right. So this is from last night. So what are we doing here? We're checking for our daily bias, right? The way we do that is we mark out 5 to 9, and then 11 to 2. And Serena is traveling, y'all, so she sends her well wishes. Just want to say that. But yeah, so what are we doing? We are looking to see, this is a portion of Asia session, not the full session, a portion. And then this is portion of London session. And what we're doing is we're looking to see if London took out Asia highs and or Asia lows within these time frames. All right, so the first thing we have to do is identify the highest point Asia went between 5 and 9. And like I said, I'm on Pacific Standard Time, so you have to adjust your time accordingly. All right, depending on the time zone and the region that you're in. So this is the highest point Asia went. This would be the lowest point Asia went. This is the highest point London went, and this is the lowest point London went. So we can already see that London did not take out Asia highs, but it did take out Asia lows. So with that stated, we look for the market to be bearish during the New York session. Now, once again, we're not married to this bias. It is just a gauging point. That's it. Just a gauging point. That's all that it is. It's a gauging point. We're not trading off that. We're not saying that, oh, because daily bias is bearish, that we're just going to be selling today. That doesn't mean that, because anything can change that. Anything. News, a tweet come out, anything. Anything can change that. So just keep that in mind. So let me get over here. Okay. Thank you, Sarina. I appreciate you. All right, cool. She's checking on me too. Love it. Gotta love it. All right, let's see what my big brother doing over here. He ain't doing nothing. He ain't got nothing popping. All right, cool. So we got about a minute before market opens. We did our daily bias. What we did not do is we did not do our temperature check. That's all good. We had a little technical difficulties. What the? Let's see here. Where is my my little thing just went away. All right, cool. So market is opening in about 20-some seconds. All right, so let's see here. Where is my... There it is. All right, cool. I didn't even realize I could just make that go away like that. All right, we got 67 viewers, 28 likes. Let's get the likes up. And I know V. Brewer, C. Moody, and I know, Edgar Martinez, good morning. Frost the Fifth, rise and shine. Markela, how can you tell which is Asia and which is London? Because I know the time frames, Markela. So Asia starts at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, and London starts at 11. All right, so we just had market open. So we'll get into that. We'll get into that, Markela. We'll get into that more. Let's see what the open got for us. Let's see here. Let's see what the open has for us. All right, cool. So all my targets are above. Yep, all my targets are above. All right, let's see what we have. So this is the lowest point of London right here. This is the lowest part of London low. So let's see here. So we have market structure shift, and we know, let's see here. We know that there is a lot of correction that needs to be made up from overnight session. Overnight session was extremely bearish. So we know there's a lot of, a lot of recovering that price needs to do. So we'll see. We'll see what we get. I think I may take this DS long and then find me a target along the way, because I will not be holding up to this pink line. That's my target. So let's see what we get. All right, so we got to close. So let's see here. So this would be low 24.2. And we're going to do a buy limit. All right, cool. So I got my entry set right at the top of this fair value gap.
Order filled.
I am in. And this will be my stop loss right here. That would be a sell stop.
Order submitted.
There. And let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Let me see here. Target, I'll probably take, let's see here. I'll probably take partials here. What I'll take there? Yeah, I'll do 4 and leave a runner.
Order submitted.
All right, so entry. I think I didn't get a good feel. Let's see here. The low. I was off by 1 tick. So entry would be 642.75. I got in at 642.50. So 1 tick below, which is okay. And my risk is about 500 and I think close to 600. So we'll see what we get. See what we get. We'll see what we get. Look like price coming for me. Yep. Cool.
Order failed.
Cool. No big deal. No harm, no foul. All right. So that was 612 and 9 accounts. So about close to 6 bands. Look like I'll be going into the weekend red. All good. No harm, no foul. Ain't no big deal. My accounts are cool. They're safe. I ain't got nothing to worry about. This is a eval I was working on anyway. It's cool. Matter of fact, I didn't even trade my fundeds. I just traded. I have a 1, 2. Yep, I'm rinse repeating on my take profit, and I am and I got 1, 2, and I got 3 my funded futures evals. I didn't even trade my other ones. So it is what it is. Possibly could possibly get an A+ today. Let's see. We got to wait for news. So that's that. That's how it goes in trading world. So we move on. No big deal. Not for me anyway. We got 76 viewers. We got 34 likes. Let's get the likes up, please. Likes cost you nothing. They are free. Just a quick click. And it also shows appreciation for the game and gems that I'm dropping. So let's go ahead and move to tip of the day. Excuse me, question of the day. All right, let me pull up my notes. He said been in the car for 3.5 hours. He said my ass hurts. Oh, that is funny. Yeah, that'll get it. That will for sure get that gluteus maximus tired. Let's see here. Question of the day. Yeah, question of the day. Okay, so did I redo it? All right. Got it. So, man, I have so much stuff going on. I got to get caught up here. So, question of the day today is, I'm sure y'all saw it. How do you handle a losing streak of 5 or more consecutive trades in NQ futures without quitting? How do you handle a losing streak of 5 or more consecutive trades in NQ or on NQ futures without quitting? Let's talk about that. This is psychology based. Let's talk about it. So, the first thing that you would have to do is you would have to check to see if your setups were valid, right? So this is where your journaling comes in, right? Your handwritten journal, not the digital journal. Like you can have one of those, but y'all know I recommend a handwritten journal also. Handwritten journal is needed. It's needed more than the digital journal. Now, the digital journal will give you some numbered analytics, but the handwritten journal is going to give you the bigger picture because you're going to be able to journal your emotions and journal like a whole bunch of other things that could be going on. Any mistakes that you may have made. Maybe you put the wrong entry. Maybe you didn't put your stop loss where it's supposed to be. Maybe you didn't calculate your risk properly. You went in on, hypothetically speaking, 5 contracts and you should have went in on 3 contracts. Stuff like that, right? So First, like I said, you want to check and see if your, excuse me, if your setups were valid, right? Your journal is going to tell you that. Now, once you do that, that's going to let you know if you had good execution or if you had bad execution. That's why a written journal is so important. All right. Now, the second thing is, for all the trades coming after those 5 trades, I would say you want to drop down. You want to scale your size down, your position size, right? You want to scale your position size, and then you want to go back to practicing on demo. Like spend like maybe a week on demo, or trading week on. Don't even trade live. Like I said, change your position size, and then practice on demo. And make sure that you are trading your demo account exactly the same way you would take your live account. I mean, the same way you would trade your live account. Don't do anything different. Don't be a little bit more relaxed because it's your demo account. Treat it like you're trading live because you're trying to figure something out, right? And what that's going to do is that's going to help you rebuild the confidence. Now, if you do have 5 losing trades in a row or 5 non-profitable trades in a row, that doesn't really mean anything. Especially right now. We're dealing with a crazy market. We're still at war. We have an administration that tweets. It's a lot of economic manipulation going on. So you got to also understand that we're in some trying times right now. You know what I'm saying? So that's something to definitely consider and something to think about. Now, the other thing is, it's very, very, like I said initially, when I said that you want to go back and check your journal, you definitely want to make sure that that the non-profitable trades are statistically correct, meaning you are risking the exact amount you're risking the way that you're supposed to be risking, and you're not over leveraging. That's what I say statistically correct, meaning you go back through those trades and you're making sure that your risk was on point and your leverage was on point, because that could have been a factor. So if that was to happen, meaning 5 trades went against you, first of all, it can happen. It's not some type of, unicorn type situation. Like, you just have to understand, like, okay, one sec, let me go back and do some research and see what's possibly going on. Let me make sure what you're doing is you're making sure that let me make sure it's not me, right? So once you go back through, that's why the journaling is so important. I can't stress this more. A written journal. Written journal. Like I said, a digital journal is good, but you need a written journal. And then you go back and you check that. And you want to make sure that everything is the way it's supposed to be, meaning you got the right entries, you weren't over leveraging, your risk was good. You want to make sure that those 5 trades have the same characteristic of a non-profitable trade that went against you, but you did everything correctly, meaning you got the proper entry, you didn't FOMO in, your position size was perfect, your risk was good. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just want to make sure of those kind of things. Also, too, you want to check the day. Also, the day that this happened, because that could be significant also. You might see a pattern of, on Thursdays or on Tuesdays or on a particular day of the week, you're noticing through your journal, like, trades are going against you on those days. Does that mean don't trade on those days? No, what I would say that means is scale down. Scale down. That's what I would say. Scale down. Yeah, scale down on those days. And that's why the written journal is so important. So you need to be mindful of those things. And it's not about quitting, right? That's like you're an athlete and you miss your basketball player, you miss 5 shots. You gonna quit because you missed 5 shots in a row? Nah. You're gonna pass and you're gonna work yourself back into getting your shot, but you got to keep shooting. Same thing with trading. You got to keep trading. You can't let nothing get in your head to make you think, oh, it's this amount of trades that I consecutively had this amount of non-profitable trades. That don't mean anything. It just means you need to go back and do some research. That's what it means. Everything that I just stated. So just keep that in mind. And if you're in, it's like anything else. If you started this, then you're gonna quit something. Are you gonna persevere through? Are you gonna finish? Or are you the type of person that you start something and then when things seem like they're not going your way, you just quit? Like that's not even how you would even handle life, right? Like you got to suck it up. You got to keep going. Can't even worry about that. Trades go against you, it's whatever. Just like the trade that went against me today. I didn't even think price would even continue to even sell, keep going bearish, even regardless of the daily bias, because I don't trade off the daily bias. I trade off of candle structure. The daily bias just gives me an idea. But the daily bias is evidently going the way it's supposed to go today. But with all the selling pressure that we had overnight, the selling pressure that we had, then my strategy set up for a long, so I took the long. You got to trust your strategy, and then you got to live with the results. I mean, also too, there is some news. So I don't know if this bearish drop is manipulation because news is going to come in bullish. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But the one thing that I made sure I did was I made sure I risked correctly. That's what I made sure I did. I made sure I took proper risk. I made sure I didn't over leverage. I could have possibly dropped it down to one more micro, dropped it down to 4 instead of 5. But that's only the difference of 50 cents. So either way, I can absorb my $612.50 loss in my 7 accounts or whatever it is. 5, 6. Yeah, in my 7 accounts. No, sorry, I think 7 accounts. Yep. And I also took Lazy's trade. And that went against me too. So I'll be going into the weekend red. So hence my shirt and my hat. And I ain't even tripping. It is what it is. I don't even care. For real. I'll tell y'all about that. Trade goes against me. I don't care. I don't care about that. It is what it is. It comes with the game. You know what I mean? All I got to do is make sure that I did everything right. You know what I mean? Meaning, position size, leverage, risk management, and I waited for my trade to set up. I didn't jump in. I didn't FOMO. I didn't chase trades. I'm not in the idea mentally of, I'm trying to make up my losses from yesterday. I didn't have any loss yesterday, but I'm just saying, like, these are all the things that can get in your head that can cause you to take bad entries or take a bad trade. So I took my trade based on the confidence of the strat. And also too, my other confluence was there's a reversal zone right there. So I kind of looked at that as a little protection as well, but went against me. It's all good. I paid a business expense, had a business expense today. I can rock with that. So it is what it is. Now, am I going to quit? Nah, keep going. I'm not going to quit. I'm not going to worry about that. You move on. It's like it never happened. So I'll be journaling it. And honestly, I can't say I did anything wrong. I took my strategy. It showed up. I waited for the steps. I got in where I was supposed to get in at, and it went against me. That's it. Nothing more. Move on. Next. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I will journal it, and that's it. But I also got to make sure that I put that there was news today at 7, because that could have some, how would I say, that could have some, what's the word I want to use? That could have some that could be a reason as to possibly why price was continue selling bearish. We've been bearish like all night, literally. You know, if you look at it and you look at market open, like it's just been bearish all night. And it had small pullbacks. The pullbacks weren't even huge. Like all the pullbacks were just break of structure. It never was a change of character. Like all of them. Like it would sell, pull back a little bit, 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 consolidate, then sell, pull back a little bit, sell. Like that's what it did all night. Hit the reversal zone, then it pulled back. It gave a change of character, but then at that point, it continued selling again. So, like I said, that could be all manipulation for news. Who knows? But we'll see. We got about 13 more minutes before news, so we'll see. But yeah, so that's all you can do. Can't do nothing else. It's not about trying to be right. It's just about taking your strategy when you see it set up. That's the only thing that you can do. No, my Trader Veda is not acting up. My Trader Veda is good. Let's see, a 15-minute banger. Was it valid? Yeah, it was valid. It's valid. And we have a close and drawdown too. Let me see. Hold on, let me go back. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. There's a setup for it. I won't be taking it. Yeah, I won't be taking it. I'm not even seeing sells. Yeah, I'm not seeing sells. I am not seeing sells, but that doesn't mean anything. But just based off, I know there's so much liquidity up here. Let me screen share to show y'all. Like, you gotta think there's so much liquidity up here. So much liquidity. You gotta think there's a bunch of stop losses all through here, right? Sellers got in, right? And we know some of them are holding. Some stop losses are much higher than others. Some stop losses, they're trailing. Like, there's a lot of liquidity up here. And news about to happen in 11 minutes. So I'm gonna wait. I'm going to wait. What's so cool is we might even get an A+ today. Haven't seen an A+ in a long time. But depending on what news does, if we can get bearish and we can get price will cross the 50 VWAP, make market structure shift, and get a fair value gap, we possibly could get an A+. This is Scalp's A+, not Lazy's A+. So I'm sure a lot of y'all may have not even seen that before. It hardly ever comes around, but when it does, it's a unicorn for real. Oh, so Trader Veda is down. Okay, got it. My big brother closed his charts for today. DS Longs waiting. Yep, DS Longs came in. That's why I took that. My big brother took it. That's up for 50. I closed my charts for today, but the setup is there, valid, pending 5-minute entry. Yep. Unfortunately, we saw the same thing. Shout out to my big brother. We saw the same thing. But, that's how it works. Y'all can see he even had his DS set up. Like, we both saw it. So it picked us up and went against us, and it is what it is. And you move on. But I'm gonna I already know I'm not trading in these accounts anymore. At least not today. And those over there, I'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see. We'll see. Let me go to 1 minute. Yeah, we could get a A+ wouldn't be that clean. But yeah, news coming up. I might be done for the day as well. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on. Let's get to a tip of the day. Any questions on question of the day, just let me know. But just remember, a losing streak in trading doesn't mean anything. It just means you need to, when it comes to you as a trader, what you have to understand is you need to make sure that you go back and do some studying and see what's going on. That's it. We got 78 viewers, 45 likes. Let's get the likes up. Now, we'll jump in a tip of the day. And tip of the day today is record your screen during live trading sessions and review the footage later. Something really, really good to do. Record your screen during your live trading sessions and review the footage later. Cool little, I'm telling you, it's like a really, really cool thing you can do. You can use Loom. You can use, I think, Stream Elements, I think, or Streamlabs, one of them. I think it's Streamlabs you can use. But you can record your screen. That is another good way to, how would I say, that is another good way to help with journaling. You know what I'm saying? Like you can do a little video of all your trades, and that's something that you can save, and you can go back and look at it. You can actually watch yourself get in a trade. You're going to see yourself clicking. You're going to see yourself, putting your entry, your stop loss. You can actually like see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? That's another good way to how would I say, study yourself when you're actually in the act of trading. So let me see what Markayla said. What's the first thing Markayla had asked me? And I said we would go over that. Jazz Rich, good morning. Yep. Back to paper trade. Yep. All y'all are correct. All y'all correct. Let me get up here. I know Markayla asked me something. I said, oh, how can you tell which is Asia and which is London session? So, where's I got a little resource for that. Where is it? Where is my little resource that I can share with you? Let me see here. Here we go. All right, so matter of fact, it's even right here too. So right here in what we got before news? About 5 more minutes before news. So where is that? News, and it is, where is it? Let me show y'all. Where is it? Is it trades? Is it market? What is it? All right, here we go right here. So these are the sessions right here. So Australia comes in first, right? This is, it says 11:55 local because that's the time that it is now, but we're looking at up here. So comes in at 3 p.m. my time, Pacific Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern. Australia starts. Then at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 8 p.m. Eastern, Asia comes in. Then at 11, why did it kick me out? Yeah, TradeGheenyuz is tripping, y'all. It just kicked me out. Yeah, something's going on. Yeah, nice. Best time to be tripping right now when people possibly want to get into a trade. All right, cool. Let me try to log in here again. Yep. TradeGheenyuz maintenance. It looks like there's a technical issue with TradeGheenyuz integration at the moment. We are currently in touch with the broker to resolve the issue so you can get back to trading. Sorry for the inconvenience. Yeah, I bet. Cool. So I'm just going to shut it down. That's what that means to me. All right. So yes, so there is an issue with TradeGheenyuz. But anyway, so let's let's see here, 11 would be, okay, so this is at, what is this? This is at 12. So you have Australia session starts, then Asia session, then London session overlaps. Then New York session comes in at 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. So they all overlap each other. So I already know that when I'm marking out my time zones, I'm marking out 5 to 9, and I'm marking out 11 to 2. That'll be for Asia and London. So this is how I know. This is how I know that. But it's something I've been doing for a long time, Markayla. So I just know it. But yeah, so that's the way you can. That's the way you can figure out when the markets open and close. And basically, that's FX replay, and you'll just go to the market tab and scroll down. It's right here on sessions. So, and then you also too, you could also just look it up. You can Google it; it'll pop up. I already noticed this was gonna happen, y'all. I'm telling you, I just didn't think it was gonna come down here and go this far. But I'm trying to figure out, like, what was it sweeping? 1 second. All right, let me see something here. 15-minute. Gotcha. I knew it was something down here. Gotcha. Okay, cool. Now that makes a lot of sense. All right, news in less than 30 seconds. Let's see what we get. And then going back to what, let me go back through. If you were journaling, go back and review. That's correct. We watch episode to motivate, journal, motivate to have a beer. Just follow the system. I had 25 consecutive losses on my ORB strat. Then I'm back testing at the very beginning, but now it's showing pretty good results and I'm positive. Yep, it tends to happen. Remember, the market is crazy too. We got to factor that in. I want to be like that one day. After last night, I got one step closer to that point at Moodinator. Bleep, bloop, bleep. That's funny. Do you ever change your strategy or do you stick to the same one every time? No, I never change my strategy. I have 4 strategies that I can trade during the day, and I have 1 strategy that I trade during evening session. So, but no, I never change my strategies. I believe in them. Filled 1-day fair value gap. Let me check this out. Hour, 1 hour, 15-minute. Got it. 5-minute. Got it. And 1 minute. All right. So news happened. I'm assuming this was our news candle, and I'm assuming because it was a lot bigger than the rest of these. So now it looks like we are going bullish possibly, but we'll see. We'll see. So let me get back in here. Yeah, Trade of 8 maintenance. That's exactly what I got too, JR. Yep, Trade of 8 is trash. Gonna follow that advice. What T. Pruitt say? I'm going to demo trade it. Yep. Trade of 8 is down. Very, very smart. Yep. Everybody said Trade of 8 is down. Yep. Ty said grateful Friday. Trading family, absolutely. April Lambert said yes. Cecile said that's a good idea. Kill zones. You could do kill zones also, Ty. If you wanted to check your check the time frames, you can use an app called Kill Zones, and it'll give that to you. As you see, it'll give you all the different basically all the different trading sessions: Australia, Asia, London, and New York. I don't really use kill zones, but it's an app. You can get it. I mean, it's an indicator. You can get it. Just go to indicators and hit kill zones. Indicators, type kill zones in this search box, and all you gotta do, it'll populate down here, and then you just select it. If that's something that you want to do, cancel. And there it is. All right, so now we're going where I initially kind of knew we were going, because there's a lot of buy side liquidity, but it is what it is. So like I told y'all, this right here was nothing but manipulation. This was manipulation for news to now continue on bearish. That's trading. That's the way that it goes. Honestly, I'm usually one and done, but there are times where I tell y'all that I will take a second trade, just depending on what I'm seeing. Today would have been that day. I would have taken a second trade on my accounts. Yep. I would have taken a second trade, because my entry on my first trade was, let me show y'all. Let me close this out. My entry on my first trade was right here at the low of this candle. Right there. And I probably would have taken that entry again. Yep. I'm not going to even front. I would have taken it again today. And I probably would have trimmed my position somewhere along the way, took the base hit, and then left the runner in. Probably would have trimmed my position probably here. Yep, like right here. I would have trimmed my position. Here or here. Not sure which one of these I would have taken, but it would have been one of these swing highs or swing lows. And then I would have left the runner. So I would have been up, made back. I'd have been profitable based on my initial non-profitable trade. Like I'd have made that back. Not that I was looking to make it back. I'm saying I would have took the trade not based on making the profits back, but based on because of just what I was seeing. I just know the characteristics of this of this pair. And I know that with all this buy side liquidity, that it's going to get that. But this was just some manipulation. That's all it was. For news to come in, and I know news didn't come in till here, but that's all that it was. But that's the way that it works. And yeah, so it is what it is. All right, so getting back to our tip of the day, basically, as I stated, recording your screen during live trading sessions and review the footage later. It's a great way to use your use some, how would I say, make like a video journal, so to speak, right? And you can still have your written journal, and then you can save these, and you can go back, and that just be another way to help you stay more on top of your trading, your entries. You know what I mean? Every trade that you take. So I think it's something good to do. I've done it before. I haven't done it consecutively, I haven't done it consistently, but it's definitely something good to do. Especially if you're new and you want to get an idea of, what's going on, with your trades, or just keeping up on all the trades that you take. It's just a really, really good thing. So, let me see here. Let me get to I got something else. Where are we? Something I had made some notes on it. Let me get the notes, because there's some other stuff I wanted to talk about when it came to that. Here we go. What you will be able to see out of that by recording your live trading sessions, you'll be able to see like how well you took that entry. Did you hesitate? You'll catch those things. Did you hesitate? Did you basically it'll reveal like some emotional, it'll reveal some like emotional patterns, possibly. You know what I'm saying? So that's just something to keep in mind. You'll see like if you were hesitating, you'll see like how long it took you to place that entry. Like just all of those little things when it comes to actually executing it. You're actually like watching yourself, right? So that's what videoing or recording your trades will do for you. It'll show you like a lot of good things. It'll show you like, did you catch the setup? Did you miss the setup? Did you rush your entry? Did you move your stop loss? Like any of those kinds of things. Did you panic exit? We talked about that yesterday. You know what I'm saying about, panic exiting. What else? Like you're just going to see a lot of different things. It's basically, it will give you like a window into, it'll be like you standing over your own shoulder as you were trading. And that's something very, very powerful, because then you can catch them. There's some other things that you'll see that you won't be able to, some other things you'll catch that you won't be able to see when you're just trading and not recording your screen. And then also too, that your digital journal or your written journal won't catch. So the idea is to have all of that different data. So this way you can look at things. You can look at your digital journal. You can look at your written journal. And then you can go back and replay your recorded session of your trade and be like, oh, man, I was taking all day. Like I was fumbling to get into, let's say you were just fumbling to get that entry. You know what I'm saying? And then those are the things that are going to help you. It's going to identify some things, and it'll also show you some things to work on. And that's what you need. Because think about it. No one is really standing over you when you're trading, right? To tell you, or show you, point this out or point that out. And when you're in the midst of trading, there's some things that you're just going to overlook. You're going to miss. You're new. You're trying to understand all this stuff. So I would say, recording your trading session is another ideal way to be on top of exactly what you're doing, just to make sure that you're doing everything correctly. You're not adding emotions. You ain't got no feelings in there. You're not fumbling with your entries. You're risking properly. All of that type stuff. It's going to identify all of that for you. And yeah. And if anybody have any questions about that, let me know. Bettina, hola. Dang, no Chrissy, no Donna, and no Trinelli. Chrissy here. TradeGheenyuz is locked to a file. The platform is disconnected. You can not open or close trades. You will be auto liquidated if you trade. It's not profitable. Oh goodness. Stop loss on the A plus is pretty big. I really wouldn't consider the A plus laser focused mine, only because we didn't have the setup the way that it needs to be. Remember, price needs to come into the RV, reverse, cross VWAP, cross 50, make market structure shift, and then form a fair value gap. But one of those steps are out of place. And let me screen share so I can show you. So what we like is price come in, either comes in here, reverses, or even down here reverses. That's cool too. But what we like is the proper way that the A plus is traded. Price hits the RV, reverses, right? Crosses VWAP or 50, either one. It could be 50 first, then VWAP, or VWAP, then 50, right? Then make market structure shift. Then form a fair value gap, and then you get in on the gap. That's the proper way that the A plus goes. So this right here, this VWAP needs to be under here. Needs to have been down here, right? That would have been the ideal steps for the A plus strat. This is out of sequence. I wouldn't have taken it. That's why I didn't even mention it. I said it possibly was set up, but it was out of sequence. So reversal zone. Price hits reversal zone, reverses, crosses VWAP 50 or 50, and then VWAP. Most times it's going to be 50 first and then VWAP. And then make market structure shift, which is right here. Then form a fair value gap. And then enter on the fair value gap, on the top of the fair value gap. And then, yes, stop loss would have been way down here. So I would say you would definitely have to check your risk. 683 to 407. So we're over 276 points. Yeah. Time 4. That's like over 1,000 ticks. So that's probably something you would have went in on one micro. 50-cent tick value. So worst case scenario would be like a $500 risk, which is doable, right? But yeah, so that's how you want it. That's what you want it to look like. And I'm gonna say it again. Price comes into the reversal zone, boom, reverses, or even does this. That's fine too. But the most ideal, higher probable setup is when it hits the reversal zone, reverses, crosses 50, then VWAP, meaning VWAP. This yellow line would be down here. 50 is this blue line. Cross VWAP, cross 50, VWAP. Make market structure shift, which is this candle, which is a candle close above the most previous swing high or low. In this case, we're going long. We're buying, so it would be the most previous swing high. Market structure shift, then a fair value gap forms, and then your entry would be right at the top of this fair value gap. That is the ideal A+ setup. This is out of sequence. All right, so let me keep going. Javier said it's a fire sale. Bunch of tech companies are down sale-wise. Time zone. Yep. Oh, okay. Be careful. Christy out. Oh, Christy gone, huh? Okay, cool. Let's see here. How do you record? You can use Loom. ¿Cómo estás, hermano? Bien, todo bien, hermana. Not too bad, pretty good. I woke up a little tired, but I woke up hungry. That's what it was. But so the way you can record your screen, you guys, you can use Loom. You can use Loom. Show you that right now. This is it right here. Same. I don't know why it's Loom and then it's this Atlassian, but Loom right here. Free screen recorder for Mac and PC. You can use Loom. They even have some pricing. I used them for a sec. They were okay. They're not too bad, but no, I didn't ask you to launch Loom. I didn't ask you for that. See, I have some trades recorded. I was recording some stuff. It's okay. What I like better is, is Streamlabs. Streamlabs or Stream Elements? Let me think. I think it was Streamlabs. Let me see. Which one did I use? I want to say it's Streamlabs. Yeah. Streamlabs. Streamlabs is what I use. Juvier turned me on to this. I have the Ultra. Yeah, Streamlabs is a lot better. Maybe a little more expensive. You can try Loom, see if you like it. But yeah, that's what you would use. So Loom or Streamlabs. Yep. So just think. Let's see here. Yep, I would have taken that trade right there. That would have been my entry. And yeah, because I would have set this while price was coming back up. So price would have definitely picked me up and it would have went on. Okay, cool. No harm, no foul. Let's keep going. When does subscription status on the giveaway account go active? I just received it yesterday and it's showing canceled. Yeah, it shows canceled. That's just what it is, but don't worry about that. Let's see here. I got in with a 623 risk. Now I understand it was out of order, trying to decide whether to hold. Got you. I mean, if you made some bread, you know, there you are. Wow, I was not able to set my trade today. Trade of 8 down. Yep. Bettina said I always wake up hungry. Yeah, I woke up hungry. For real. I woke up super hungry. Super hungry today. And it was in the middle of the night too. I shouldn't even say in the middle of the night. Y'all about to laugh. So y'all know I go to bed. I'm in bed at like I'm in bed by 8:30. Last night I was in bed, I think it was like 8:15, because I'm up at 3. Yeah, I see y'all testing my y'all testing my language, gangster. So let's see here. I want to make sure I get this right. That's what I thought you said. Yep. You're welcome, motivation, no problem. I thought you said I always wake up hungry. Mi desperado con hambre. Yeah. I'm just checking. Yep. The funny thing is, like, because I've been messing with my app, so like there's a lot of words that I catch. A lot of times that's how I put some of my sentences together when I'm speaking Spanish, or when someone is speaking to me, because I pick out certain words I know, and then I put together, I'm like, oh, okay, this is what they're saying. That's how, when I'm getting around in other countries, that's usually how it works. But then I know how to ask questions and stuff like that, directions and landmarks and stuff like that. But yeah. Are you still holding the 5-0 in the evenings? Yeah, we're still doing the 5-0 at night. Yep, that's what it is. Chris said, I'm driving. Eyes on the road, man. I wish there was somebody standing over me. LOL, I'm a hands-on learner. Yeah. You can, I would say, what I tell everybody. This would help me. I don't care what it is that you're doing, especially something that you're new to, get a mentor. That's what I always say. That's the first thing I did when I started my trading career. I wasn't even 2 weeks into trading, and I already got a mentor. Straight up. Like, that was the first thing that I did. Even with my commercial real estate business, I got a mentor. Like, I did some stuff on my own, did some research, did my own research, how would I say? So when I came into having a mentor, I wasn't like just not knowing anything. I knew some stuff. I was still green, but I knew some stuff, right? I made sure that I at least knew a little something. You know what I'm saying? So I always recommend, I don't care what it is you're getting into, get a mentor. Find somebody that is good at what they do in whatever field that is, and pitch some bread at them. Think about it. That's the way that it works. That's how you're going to learn. That's how you get in a room. And that's just what I believe. Because remember, that little bit of money that you're paying to learn from their mistakes. So you don't have to learn from your own. And then you get a chance to build a solid foundation, and then you go from there. Because they're going to give you the tools. They're going to give you the game. They're going to drop the gems on you to let you know all the different things that you can use, different tools, different books to read, whatever kind of resource that it is to help you, get ahead. So that's just something that I'm a firm believer of. I don't care what it is. I don't care if I was going to be a diesel mechanic. I'm going to find me somebody that's good at being a diesel mechanic, literally, and I'm going to find a mentor, and I'm about to pay them some bread and be like, yo, and I'm about to have them show me some stuff. Go do, that's where you got to do a lot of research. That's where you got to put in the work. And me, I'm going to draw up a bunch of questions. You know what I mean? Even if I got to go into ChatGPT, or if I got to go into Claude, or if I got to, do whatever, or if I got to use Google, or whatever it is I got to use. And I'm going to go get me a bunch of questions. I'm going to go formulate some stuff. I'm going to do some work and do some research. So when I get in front of this person who's going to be my mentor, I can have these questions answered. Any questions that I may have out of, just off the top of my head, all of that stuff. And I'm going to make sure that I start myself on a solid foundation. That's just the way it works. That's the way it works with anything. I mean, think about it. We go to school, we'll go to college and pay a college tuition and college, all of that stuff, right? And they're really just showing us how to get a job. Think about the concept. A mentor is going to drop gems on you. A mentor is going to show you how to not make certain mistakes. A mentor is going to show you how to, get whatever it is, whatever business it is that you got going on the right path. So you get to learn from their experiences, and you also learn from their mistakes. When you pay a college tuition, you're just learning out of a book. Think about that. That's the difference. That's why having a mentor is much more powerful, in my humble opinion. Especially somebody like I said, if you use my diesel mechanic analogy, you know what I'm saying? And somebody's been a diesel mechanic for 20 years, he or she has a whole bunch of stuff to tell me, more than any diesel mechanic book can tell me. So that's just how I look at stuff. I don't care what it is. You playing an instrument, you go find somebody who's been playing an instrument for a long time, and you do your research and find somebody that's legitimate, and you pay them, and they become your mentor, and they're going to give you all the tips and tricks and all the different things that's going to excel and propel your game in whatever that is that you're doing. Because you can go to like take some lessons, like that's cool, right? But if it depends on who you're taking lessons from. I would want to take some, if it's like, you know, like a music, you know, like let's say I played trumpet in high school, right? I played trumpet and baritone. So like, let's say if I want to get back into that, I'm not going to just go to a place that are just doing music lessons. I'm going to find someone that's like a trumpeter that's good at what they do, and I'm about to pitch them some money. I don't want to go take no lessons and pay $30, $50, $100. I'm going to go somewhere I can go drop $500, $1,000 on. That's going to actually give me some. They're going to give me some expert tutelage. That's just how I look at that. So, you know, that's just the way that it is. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. I never learned to speak Spanish, even though I look like my dad, Jesus. What? Who is Cuban and Puerto Rican? That's a trip, Ty, because that's my mother's Cuban, Puerto Rican. I'm going to go eat with my mom. Wish you all a great weekend. That's what's up. What you eating, Bettina? What y'all about to eat? You in Spain, so I know y'all about to get it in. Trader Vader's back up. That's what's up. Thank you, Lun. But yeah, Ty. Yeah, my mother's Cuban, Puerto Rican. Yep. My nana, my mom's mom, is Cuban. My abuelo, my mom's dad, is Puerto Rican. Yep. So I know that all too well. For real, for real. We'll say JR, the owner of Trader Bay, got us. he about to get them hands. Yeah, it's too bad Trader Vader's up now after the major move is gone. You know what I'm saying? Where are we at? What time do the evals usually expire on the expiration date? It depends on. Remember, TEF is not an eval; it's a funded account. And if it's some other eval, you have to go do the research on it. Some don't expire. Some don't expire until the account blows. But that depends on the. It's easier to. That depends on the prop firm themselves. But it's easier if you just go and just got to go read the rules, whatever prop firm it is. How do I link both accounts? What do you mean, Don, when you say link both accounts? You have two TF accounts, or you talking about linking TF and TradingView? Because if that's what you mean, you trade on TradingView through the Edge Funder dashboard. You don't have to link anything. But if you're talking about multiple TEF accounts, that's what's up, 89 Lash. Yep. I just logged in. Y'all see the game? Absolutely. I do. I'm actually in Norway visiting my Norwegian family. Wow. I'm actually half Norwegian, half Spanish. So we're eating broccoli soup in this heat. That's funny. So you're Norwegian and Spanish. Wow. That is a nice little mix right there. I like that. That's super cool. Wow, you're in Norway. Well, that's right. That's all Europe. So you're the opposite. Got you. Grandmother's Puerto Rican. Grandfather is Cuban. Wow. That's what's up. Broccoli soup. That's something I would eat. Y'all know me. Y'all know I'm plant-based. I would eat broccoli soup. For real, for real. That's what's up. Norwegian and Spanish. That's a wow. That's a trip. That's a trip, like in a good way, like positively. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. She in Norway chilling. How is Norway? Is it yes, TEF? So you have My big bro says we are holiday children. And got to run out, see everyone Sunday. Todd, be good, brother. Have a great weekend. I'll see you Sunday. Yeah, ain't that a nice mix though? For real, for real. Like Norwegian and Spanish. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I bet it's hot. I could only imagine it's hot. That's right, because Europe is having they are having a heat wave right now. So Don, so let's get back to that. So you say yes, TEF. So you mean 2 TEF accounts, or you want to hook TEF to TradingView? Tell me which one of those, because I want to make sure. I want to make sure I point you in the right direction. I have a meeting with Juvier next week. Hopefully I can pick up a lot from him doing our one-on-one. Yeah, that's a good start, Markayla. That's a good start. That's what I would definitely recommend. Got to get a mentor, especially in this game. You got to get a mentor. Yep, but then think about this too. Whoever you decide to be, whoever you. All right, V Brewer. Oh, I'm sorry, V Brewer saying at the top. Whoever you decide that you're going to do a mentorship with, then I would say you should already be looking to trade their style. So when I chose Scout, I knew that I was going to trade his style. And how I knew that was my first week on the call was a Monday. And Scalp, no, that's not true. My first week on the call in the inner circle 2 years ago was on a Wednesday. And it was Juvier. Lazy wasn't here. Euphoria wasn't here. It was Canary. I forgot the other brother. And Juvier. And Scalp. Scalp, of course, only does Monday. So basically, Juvier did Tuesday through Saturday. Tuesday through Friday. So I came in on a Wednesday. Wednesday call, remember I'm green. Did Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Monday comes around, Scalp's on. I was like, oh, okay. And during Scalp session, I don't know, just something just clicked. It just, when I say clicked, like not that I learned anything, something clicked in me where I felt like something about the way this brother, I don't know, it just something about him. It was his style. It was, I don't know. It clicked in me to be like, I like that. I like that. Not that when Juvier was on, I never said that I didn't like what Juvier was doing. I never even said I liked it. I was just watching. It was new. So I'm trying to understand everything. Y'all know when you were on your first morning Zoom call and you really didn't know anything, and you know, all of these words and these things are being stated, you don't even know what that is. And that's where I was. But for some odd apparent reason, when Scalp came on, I don't know, it just clicked. Like, I don't know, it's really hard to explain, but I just, at that point, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a mentorship with him. And that's pretty much what I did. And then from there, I'm here. You know, and the reason why I say that is because everybody has a different style. And if I did a mentorship with Juvier, I'm sure I'd have learned some things, but I'm not at that point, support and resistance didn't speak to me. It didn't speak to my personality. Not to say that it's not a good strategy, because we know it is, but it just didn't speak to me. What Scott was doing, it spoke to me more. Remember, I'm new, so I'm trying to gravitate something. I'm trying to latch on to something. I'm trying to soak up game. And I felt like I was soaking up Scalp's style and his game much easier than I was with Juvier's. And it doesn't even mean that support and resistance is hard. It didn't speak to me. It just didn't speak to my personality. Now I'm learning support and resistance just to have that game in my toolbox, have that tool, right? Support and resistance tool, and have that in my toolbox. I'm adding that. Now I'm at the point now where I'm adding different things in my toolbox. Just learning them, like learning the fib, learning how to use the fib. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be a fib trader, but I want to learn this stuff. You know what I mean? Support and resistance. I want to learn that because I know the fib and support and resistance works very well for NQ. So I don't know about any other pair. I'm not saying it doesn't work good for other pairs. I'm not saying it does work good. I can only speak on NQ because that's the only
ticker that I trade. That's the only one that I plan on trading. I don't even plan on looking at any tickers. So any other tickers, like I'm just NQ. So I like NQ. I'm good with NQ. I understand the characteristics. I don't want to learn another pair. I'm good. But what I will do is I will learn some other strategies that can be used with this. And then at some point, if I decide that I want to start trading support and resistance, then I'm going to go back test it for 3 years. I'm going to go back 3 years, back test it. I'm going to do some demo trading. And then if I feel like it's something that I want to implement in my game, then I will. Then I'll make sure I get accounts to trade support and resistance. If I decide that I want to start using the fib, I don't know, maybe I won't trade off the fib. Maybe I'll use the fib as a confluence in my either support and resistance if I decide to trade that strategy, or in scalps trades. You know what I'm saying? When I'm trading his strategies, when I'm trading DS, or if I'm trading a 15-minute banger, like I would like to see what that does. It's just information. You know, it's another confluence. You know, so I'm at that part of my game right now. Like I'm at the point where I'm enhancing my game. You know what I mean? I'm bringing other elements into my trading tool bag just to see, you know, how they can help me. That's where I'm at. Because hypothetically speaking, let's say the daily strats invalidated, 15-minute bangers invalidated. If I have support and resistance tool in my trading toolbox, then what? I can possibly bring that out that day and trade off that. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I'm looking at that. Excuse me. So also, like with the fib, like I want to start using a fib and just seeing what it does. That doesn't necessarily mean I got to get into a trade, but I want to know how to use these two tools. I think support and resistance and the Fibonacci is a great addition to what I'm already doing. Period. And then I'll figure out if they're going to be like a consistent strategy that I'm going to trade. I'll figure that out along my journey of learning. So there it is. Yeah, for real, V-Brewer. I thought so too, bro. We got the same energy. He even told Juvier that he even told Juvier that one time. He was like, me and Trent is almost like the same person. he told Juvier that. For real. Yeah, motivation. Yeah, his perspective. Like and then when we started talking, he has IT background. He's an IT security engineer. I have IT background. I'm an IT security analyst. You know what I'm saying? Like, so when all of that happened, and I was like, yep, now it makes sense. Like we have the same kind of wavelengths when it comes to like how we process stuff, especially from a trading perspective. Yep. Quality for 7 said, yeah, that's how it was for me also, but I was very fortunate that you started this live a week or two later, which made a world of difference for me. That's what's up. I'm going to Puerto Rico in 3 weeks for my 32nd birthday. Big Leo, that's what's up. You're going to Puerto Rico, huh? That's what's up. Last time I was in Puerto Rico, I was like a little kid. Like a little kid. I think I was probably like 4 or 5 or 6, something like that. Interesting at learning SNR now. Let's learn together. That's what's up. Yeah, I'm just gonna be going off of. I'm just gonna be using Juvier's videos. I ain't doing nothing special. I'm just gonna be using his videos, and I'm going to be practicing. Yep, that's pretty much it. Enjoy your trip. Nice way to celebrate. Right, for real, right, Sin? Yeah, that's gonna be dope. Hope you have a good time, a great time. He said I was mad he just did Mondays. Yeah, Scout. Yeah, it's different. Like it's funny how two people can have something really, really good, but you gravitate to one of them because of just the way that the information, the way you absorb the information, the way the information speaks to you. Yep. That's why I always say what, y'all? Y'all know I always say, find if you're going to trade a strategy, find a strategy and a style that speaks to your personality. That's why I say that. Because I think that's like the number one that's like the number one key. Like that's a key to maybe not getting bored with the strategy or having confidence within the strategy. Like you got to have something that speaks to your personality. That's why scalping doesn't speak to my personality, because it's funny. I'm not a type of person. I'm either all the way in or I'm all the way out. That's how I am in my life. I don't do in between. Either we rocking or I don't mess with you. Straight up. That's just how I am. And that's just not with people. That's with situations. That's with, if I'm doing business, I mean, with everything. I'm either all the way in with you or nothing. Like, it's just that fine line with me. And that's one thing that that's one thing I know about myself. So scalping didn't really fit me, because all that in and out, buy, like open a trade, close a trade, open a trade, close a trade. I'm buying, I'm out. Now I'm selling, I'm out. Like that, for me, that's too much. For me, I'm not saying that scalping is not a good strategy. I'm not saying that you can't make money. I'm not saying that if you're a scalper, you suck. I ain't saying none of that. I'm saying for me, like, because of my personality, scalping does not work for me. Now, the closest thing that I probably would get to scalping will be the hybrid super scalping strategy. And let me explain why. Because that strategy is a lot different than an actual scalper, right? Because when you think about, if you ever watch someone truly scalp, they're going candle by candle. Like, they're in, grab 5-6 points, out. Go back in, grab 2-3 points, out. Like they're like piecemealing. Excuse me, they're like piecing, their trades together. So little piece, little piece, little piece, and at the end of the day, they may have ran 5 to 10 trades or even more, and then that's how they hit their profit, right? That don't really speak to my personality. Now, the hybrid super scalping strategy, why that would probably be the closest thing to scalping that I would get, is because it's still like you have to have steps for the setup, right? You got to have you got to have your momentum candles, flat bottom or flat top, depending on the direction you're going. You got to have the doji, and the doji has to be like bigger than the candle before it. And don't quote me if I got the rules wrong, but the point I'm trying to make is that there's steps involved in the hybrid super scalping strategy. So I know that that's probably the closest to scalping that I would ever get if and when I decide to trade that strategy. Now, that one I know I can possibly do. But I was already learning scalp strats and doing all of that stuff. So I wasn't about to like jump around, like strategy hop, because I don't believe in that. That's not healthy either. And I told myself, once I master these, then I'll start looking to bring some other things in, other like trading strats or other trading dimensions into my trading toolbox. And because the market that we're in right now, with this administration and with the war and just all the economic manipulation going on, I felt like this is a good time. So support and resistance, learning the fib is cool. I'm telling you, at some point, I know I'm going to learn the hybrid super scalping strategy. Just to let y'all know that I ain't playing. This my layout right here. This, when you can see what it says right there. What does it say? HSS. These are all my little different layouts right here. I got my crypto layout. What is this? What is this? Oh, that's my little money gang joint. That's when we were, me and my little trading crew, we were messing with silver. And then this is SG, because that's, Scalp Gods. This is the chart for all his strats. You know what I'm saying? So just to let y'all know, like, I know at some point I'll be trading the HSS. At some point I will, when I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? But I already have this set up. You can see I got my 100 on here. I got the VWAP, but I got the 100 EMA. I know the VWAP is something that Euphoria added, even though I know this is Juvier's strat. But Euphoria, this is all he trades. And at some point, I will trade it. At some point. As you can see, it even still has the old contract. Just to let you know, like, I really don't trade it. But I have the chart, and I'm ready for it whenever I decide to. So at some point, I will add that to my trading game as well. So It'll be all the scalp strats. I'll learn support and resistance. I'm gonna definitely put learning how to use the fib in my bag, in my tube, in my trading toolbox, as well as the HSS. And then I feel like once I get those down, I think at that point I'll probably must be pretty good. I'll be topped out. I don't think there's anything else that I'll need to do. I have support and resistance in my bag. I have all the scalp strats in my bag. I'll know how to use the fib, and then I'll have like a scalping strategy, even though it's not a traditional scalping strat. It's more of a scalping strat that has some steps, right? It's more of a, and y'all know what I'm trying to say. It's different than, because like scalpers, like I say, like they'll just jump in and then they'll grab they trade momentum. Like scalpers trade momentum, right? The hybrid super scalping strategy is based on steps. And that's what I like about being a strategy trader. That's what speaks to my personality. Meaning like you gotta wait for particular things to happen before you can do something. To me, that's more structured. That's just how I am in my life. When I made the comparison, when I was saying like I'm either all the way in or I'm all the way out. I'm not in between. So me being a strategy trader speaks to my personality. Like that fits me. So that's why it's like real true scalping, like jumping, that don't. I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to be taking all them trades all day long, and I don't even like that. To me, I don't even feel like there's no structure there. Yeah, I just don't. But maybe for someone else that could be possible, but for me, nah. How do you set something up like the video? Oh, it's easy. You just got to go on there. Just go to Loom, and it shows you how to do it. Like literally, like it's that part's easy. Just go on there, log in, and trade and just trade. Like it's going to show you how to record your screen. Basically, what's going to happen is once you download it, you're going to hit. It's going to show you're going to hit record my screen, right? And then then your screen is going to be recording, and then that's it. And then you just trade, and then whenever it's going to be like a little like it's going to be like a little tab like this on the side. It's going to have like 4 or 5 little. It's not going to be this big, but it have like 4 or 5 things on the side, and you'll be on your regular screen. It'll be like a little layout, like a little rectangular upright box, right? And it'll just be there, and it'll have like pause, play, a few different little controls in there, and your screen will be recording. And then when you're done, you just hit pause, and then it'll ask you if you want to save it, if you want to delete it, you can edit it, whatever it is you want to do, and bam, yep. And what I would do is I would just start it first thing, like I would start it like around 6, and then I would just kind of just let it go till however long, and then I would end it, and then I can go through and like look at it and just see like what I did the whole day. Like I was just trying to just look at myself, like what are you doing on these charts? So of course you can send me a message, Markayla, anytime. Just DM me. You're good. Anyone can send me a message. Just always send it on Discord. If you send it to like IG or something like that, I'll probably catch it. But it might be like, it won't be like quickly. You know what I'm saying? It might be like the next day or something like that when I'm in there looking at my IG and stuff. But this is like real simple. It's easy. You just got to go in there and it's like I said, it's self-explanatory. I just got to go to Loom and then just set it all up and it'll show you. They have tutorials on there showing you how to use it. It's not hard. It's real easy. Very easy. So, Josh, threats. What would my sister say? Almost at CE. If this happens, then I do this. Got you. What big brick bus said? Okay, cool. All right. They wild. B. Brewer, how'd you feel about that seminar last night? Anybody out here jumped in a seminar? Anybody out here jumped on the seminar yesterday? I know V Brewer did. V Brewer, C Moody, and I know Serena did. I know Serena hit me up. V Brewer hit me up. C Mood, if you're still on, what'd you think about it yesterday? What you think if you're still on? I don't know if he's still on or not. If you're still on, what'd you think about the orientation yesterday? I thought it was pretty fire. Josh Threats, did you jump in? I know I sent you the link. Anyone else jumped on orientation yesterday for the commercial real estate, for the capital and cash flow summit? Make sure I say that correctly. I thought it was pretty dope. Yeah, Markayla, all you gotta do is just like go to just go in one of the discords. Like I don't know if you're in TF or if you're in the Edge Funder or if you're in the Inner Circle. Just go into one of those. Find me in there somewhere. Just go into the search box and hit @ and start writing TradeGheenyuz, and then I'll pop up. Then you can click on my name, and when you click on my name, it'll give you a little message box. Clicking on my name and doing it that way will send me a DM. If you just send me a message in the if you just type me a message, then it'll just gonna show up like in whatever tab you put it in. But if you click on my name, then yeah, you just send me a link about what's coming up. I didn't see. Yeah, we had the orientation last night. I sent you the actual joint. Yeah, you had to click in there. You have to just kind of go through and get a ticket. Yep, and get in the room. But yeah, orientation was last night. I thought it was pretty dope. It's fire. Yep. Super fire. Yeah, I sent you, everybody got the same thing. Yeah, everybody got the same thing. Just for V Brewer, Serena, and C Moody, they, my people end up calling them Sunshine. Sunshine, she's amazing. Like she's really good at what she does. Like she's on point. She knew they was my people, so she called them personally and got them in their portal and all of that stuff and got them all set up. But other than that, you still could have just went on there. It starts next week. So, and you can also grab a ticket too. Grab a ticket and check it out. If you can't make it, at least you can still have the videos. I'm telling you, information is worth it. Oh, got you. That's what I kind of figured. That's why I said you could get it and then still have the videos. Information is great. If you want to get into commercial real estate, you ain't got to worry about your credit. You ain't got to worry about any of that stuff. I'm telling you, go check out the information. And I'm gonna say this: I'm not saying go pay for the mentorship. That's what I did. I'm in a mentorship program. I'm saying just go put your head into the information. For the I don't know. I think the VIP is 47 or 37 or 57. Don't quote me. And the diamond is like 147. For $150 for what they giving you, I'm telling you, that information alone is invaluable. Just that alone, you get so many resources with that. At least that'll get your ball rolling. That'll teach you, give you some idea on. That'll give you like an idea on, she said Pittsburgh Ghost Dealers. That'll give you an idea like on the whole commercial property space. You know what I mean? Like they touch everything. You know, people be like, well, how am I buy that? My credit ain't good. They gonna work with help you get your credit straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, then they have, I ain't got no money. You don't need no money. They got funding. That's why they gonna get your credit straight, so you can go get the funding. So like, there is no excuse. Markayla said, Markayla, I'm going to our teams play in France. October, I forgot what date it is. But yeah, I'm going to the game in France. So Saints Steelers. Yep. He's like, I'm in Pittsburgh. She said, I'm from the Pen. I heard that. But yeah, check it out, Sin, because I know you're trying to invest some bread. Bro, I know you got something going on, what you told me, but just look at it. Just look at it. I'm telling you, I looked at it 2 years ago, and I just paid for the mentorship like a few months ago. And then I just jumped in like all the way about 3 weeks ago. Like I jumped in, meaning like I started working at it. I had other stuff going on, so I couldn't get in, and they knew that. But I'm full steam ahead. Oh, you're a Niner fan, V Brewer? That's what's up. That's what's up. All right, y'all. Well, 7:53. Ain't too much popping. We went over our question of the day, tip of the day. So any questions on that, you can hit me up on Discord, DM me or whatever, and just, if you have any questions on it. But both of those are pretty self-explanatory. We got played today. TradeGheenyuz played us. Because I definitely would have taken that. Like I said, y'all know I'm usually one and done, but I would have taken that trade. I would have taken this trade, this second trade. I would have taken it. I would have took my original entry, and I would have took it, and I would have definitely took some profits here. Oh, I'm not screen sharing. I would have took some profits here or here. My entry would have been right about here, right where you see my crosshair, dotted line. Entry would have been right about there. I would have trim my position here or here, left a runner, and then probably somewhere up here, I would have probably just exited out. Once I start seeing this happening, I'd have been like, I probably would have exited out once I start seeing this pullback, just because there's a reversal zone right here, and it looks like price possibly will be ranging, but TradeGheenyuz played us. That's just the way that it works. Can't do nothing about that. It is what it is. Other than that, you can always reach me on here, Discord. We also trade the 5-0 Sunday. Yep. Yeah, Markela, we trade that. Exactly what V Brewer said. But yeah, so just if you got something that you need some clarity on or whatever, just go ahead and just DM me, send me a friend request, and then we'll rock from there. Other than that, I am going into the weekend red, hence my shirt and my hat. It's all good. I ain't sweating that. It's a part of trading. I'll be back next week on Monday to, you know what I'm saying, keep this thing going. Other than that, y'all have a blessed remainder of y'all day. Have a great weekend. Shout out to Bettina with the broccoli soup. Serena, my condolences with you. Prayers up for you. Safe travels. I know you have your bereavement affairs on Sunday. I hope everything goes well. And yeah, at that point, it's in God's hands. So with that stated, shout out to the Edge Fund, the co-founders, Juvier, Scalp God. Without my brothers, we wouldn't be here. And other than that, I am signing off. Y'all have a great weekend. Talk to y'all soon. Yay.